Greetings, this is Charles McCall again with Mentoring Growing Leaders, and we're going to be involved in a course called Leadership 201, which are fundamentals of capacity development, leadership development. But within that Leadership 201, we're going to be focusing on 5 short videos covering 5 characteristics that every leader must have to be a leader in whatever job, whatever career, whatever entity they find themselves. And the first one, I refer you back to my previous video where I summarized all 5 of them. But the first one is a leader sees an opportunity. A leader, there are so many people in the world that will watch TV, they'll read the news, they'll talk to others, and they'll hear about a problem, they'll hear about an opportunity, or they have an idea, but they don't do anything about it. That's the difference between a leader and a person that is not a leader. A leader sees an opportunity, a leader sees a problem, and a leader says, what can I do to fix that? What can I do to help solve that problem? And so they see a need, they see an opportunity, that need creates a passion in their heart to do something about it. That person acts in response to the need, and his action brings others to join him. That is the process. That is exactly how it's happened. That's how it can happen in your life too. You see a need, and that need creates something in your heart. There's a problem. It's a healthcare problem. It's a child problem. It's an economy problem. It's whatever the problem, the issue may be. But you see a need, you hear about a need, and something on the inside begins to stir you a little bit. And so then you act. You take a step. You start reading about it. You start meeting with people who have more experience in that. You start developing some more knowledge and experience in that area. And then as you begin that process, others will hear about what you're doing, and they will join with you. And so, see a need, it creates a passion, that person acts in response to the need, and the need causes others to join them. I can share with you many, many examples in my life, but just some examples since I've been in Cambodia. I made a visit to Cambodia in 1994. The United Nations security forces were still in Cambodia and active in the streets of Phnom Penh. There was still a war going on until about 1998, 1999 with the Khmer Rouge, and it was a devastated country. And I came to visit a missionary. And so when I visited that missionary, he gave me an assignment to go to the University of Phnom Penh and to invite youth to his English classes. And so I went down with the translator, with an interpreter, to the University of Phnom Penh, and I began to pass out some flyers, and about 45 students gathered with me, and I just began asking them about their lives through the translator. And I asked them, because I'm a Christian, I asked them, how many of you have ever heard about Jesus Christ, by the way? Not a one of them have heard about Jesus Christ. And so I saw a need. I was living in the United States. I was working at a high level in a church. I was satisfied to mostly a certain degree, not completely satisfied with my job, but I was satisfied. I had a good job, I had a good home, I had a good office, I had good relationships, all my family was there. But because I saw that need, something stirred on the inside that caused me to move to Cambodia with my wife and my 4 children in April of 1995. And so that was one instance. And I helped plant a successful church which has had massive influence in the religious sector, and the educational sector, and the job security sector, and the social relationship sector. Has massive New Life Fellowship, has had massive influence throughout Southeast Asia, throughout the world, especially in every province in Cambodia. But it's because I saw a need that stirred me to step out and to do something. Along the way, as we began to visit in the provincial villages, and I began to observe the poverty, and I began to ask myself, this is how I think, I asked myself, how can we solve this poverty problem? What is the root of poverty? And there's many roots, but one of them I observed was healthcare. They're sick. The Cambodians are sick all the time. And they pay money for doctors at that time that were not really properly educated, for medicine that was expired medicine at that time. It's not that way now, it's changed, but before it was. And I thought, if we could address healthcare, they were ignorant of basic hygiene, basic nutrition, and basic healthcare. And so I saw a need. I have no experience whatsoever in the healthcare field, but I saw a need, and I thought, you know what, we need to teach these people about healthcare, preventative healthcare, and nutrition. So I saw a need, I began to research it, I began to get word out, and it took 2 years, but eventually I had 2 healthcare professionals come to work with me, and we created a healthcare system teaching preventative healthcare throughout the nation. It's because I saw a need, I saw an opportunity. I didn't have the skills, but I had some ability, and I began to follow that and study, began to get the word out, and it's helped a lot of people in the country. Further along with that, Children at Risk, that I started a program to help sponsor kids to stay in school. I saw that was another issue of poverty. Kids would not go to school, they had a low education, and so I saw a need. And I had no experience in this area at all, but I saw the need. I began to research it. I talked to people who did have experience, and we created a system, a caring system for children to keep them in school and to move them through high school into university that exists up to this day, and has touched thousands and thousands of children, youth, and families for the future generation. I saw the need for education. The Cambodian education system was moving along too slowly 15 years ago. And so I decided we need to start a school. I had no experience starting a school, but I saw a need. I researched it. I met with people who did have experience. I began to recruit people. People came to me because I had the vision. We're going to explain this entire process again. And so we have a K through 12 school now. We have educational facilities all throughout the country. But it came as a result, I saw a need. I didn't have any experience in that area, but the need created a passion in my heart. I acted, and other people joined up with me. That's how it worked. The same way with leadership development, which is what I'm focusing on now. I saw a massive lack in leadership skills, actual leadership skills in Cambodia. And so I started the Cambodian Leadership Institute, and I've trained hundreds and hundreds of Cambodian youth and adults, men and women, all throughout the country. It's been the result of seeing an opportunity, being touched by that, not just listening, not just complaining, not just doing nothing about it, but being touched by that need, and then researching it and beginning to follow through with what might be done with it, get some ideas, and then as you begin moving forward, other people will join with you. And so 5 characteristics that every leader must have. And the first one is a leader sees an opportunity and does something about it. So if this video has been helpful to you, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell button so you know when I put up the next video. And if it has been helpful, share with your friends. And so I want to encourage you, become the leader that you were created to be. Thank you.